Hi there YouTube! So, now I'm coming to the final review, hopefully, I'm doing on minis in 2015. In front of you, you can see all 4 waves of the Thomas & Friends minis, plus the Christmas minis from the Advent calendar, plus all the DC superheroes for 2015, which weren't officially included in the original 4 waves, right in front of you all together. Now, holy moly, does that look cool, but is it also a jumbled mess? So, I'm going to reorganize these by theme so we can take a look at the year that was 2015 Thomas & Friends minis. Let's do it. So once you arrange these minis in some semblance of order, you start to get an idea of just how many different minis there really are. So across the front here, I'm just going to do a panning shot. If you want to see individual thoughts, check out the individual reviews. I've got classics in the front 2 row. As you can see, the spread of characters is certainly wide, but has a distinctively modern feel to it, which is what I thought led to probably, arguably, false inclusions in classics such as Sydney, you know, when they're really new characters who I wouldn't say were classics at all. So there you can see the classics in the front there. You can see the gold metallic engines coming across there. I thought those as a theme were done very, very well. Next is Robo. Again, another one of my really favourite themes. I think they did a really cool job with that, and that's classic appealing to me, being the fan of robots and sci-fi and stuff. Then you've got the Dino theme, which was one of the themes I wasn't really big on. Didn't really think it was that cool. I don't know, something about dinosaurs and engines just wasn't working for me, but I know it was working for a lot of children. Next, we've got the hero theme, which I think was cool by itself, but certainly was overshadowed by what you can see here on the right, which was the late edition of the DC superheroes theme. And I think these overall are a lot cooler than the normal themed of heroes. So I think this here led to somewhat of a double up by Mattel, which was a bit disappointing because they could have done something different here and made some more unique themes rather than having 2 hero-themed waves or engines. So that to me was a little bit of a double up. Then you've got the spooky theme, which I think worked quite well, even if I wasn't a fan of some of them individually. You've got the racer theme, which again was cool, but just a couple in there, particularly these 2, who I thought weren't particularly well done in the way that they were picked. Then you've got the neon theme coming up the back here. You can see that this was definitely one of my favourites. I think it was really, really, really awesome, but I just think that Bert let that down so much, or Ari, whichever one it's supposed to be, by just being so un-neon. So that one suffered for me because of that. Coming back along here. Then you've got the 2 winter themes, which, you know, I just said, I don't like double ups. I think the winter themes were okay as a double up because they were still all very unique. Everyone looked different, and they didn't do a lot of double ups of engines, whereas in the heroes you got a bit of double up going on. So I think this was one of my favourite themes. It did come with the Skarloey, which is one of my all-time favourite minis, as well as the white Chili Paxton. Moving on to the Christmassy theme ones, I thought they were done very, very well. I thought they picked a good range of characters to do in that theme, and they did quite a good job of doing them. Lastly, up the back, you've got the mono theme, which by itself, again, I thought was a really cool theme. I just think they picked some dumb engines, Spencer, to do in this theme because of the fact it was such a not contrast, an anti-contrast, if that's a word, between him in this form and the classics form. So there you can see just what the over 75 minis that have been released thus far, excluding the warrior figures, look like. So then I have to really ask, well, now that we've seen 1 year of minis action, what do I feel about these toys? And I'll apologise right now for the fact that I don't have a tripod, but that's because there's way too much to catch in one camera angle using a tripod, so I've had to use it freehand. Sorry, guys. Overall, I think the minis have been awesome. I think a display like this makes you realise just how cool these tiny little collectible trains really, really are, and just the massive attention to detail that's gone on in making them, you know, unique, in making them different, in really investing in the themes. And I'm excited to see where it goes next year because I know it's been continuing. But I've said this in the individual reviews, and I'm going to say it one more time, hopefully, and then Mattel is going to listen next year. These kind of toys are too good to not have playsets. They're too good to not have rolling stock. They are too good to not actually be incorporated into some kind of system. And I think that is where the minis, for me, really, really fall down. Because I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I was never a big fan of Take and Play, and I'm saying this right now. If Take and Play was replaced by Thomas Minis, I would not at all be sad. I would be quite pleased, because I think, especially with the new Take and Play version 2, or version 3, depending on who you ask, but with the new dumb magnets, with the new squashed versions, with the new standardized bogies, I think the minis are much, much nicer toys than Take and Plays are now. So I'd be quite happy if these were to replace Take and Plays. And this was going to get its own track system, this was going to get its own rolling stock, its own playsets. Because I think that is where these minis can really shine. I think there's a lot of potential because of their size, you know, for kids to have quite large layouts that don't take up a lot of space. Like, for example, my desk could be an awesome mini-size layout, whereas it would be only really a loop of Trackmaster or a loop of Take and Play. We've seen some of that execution in the Twist and Turn stunt set, but that was only available at Walmart in the US, which was a really dumb decision by Mattel, so shame on them for doing something as stupid as that. Hopefully we'll see some more of those kind of sets next year. Hopefully we'll see some kind of integrated railway system and some rolling stock next year as well. And that's definitely going to make this one of the best Thomas lines ever. At this point, I'm still going to have to say it's one of the best collectible Thomas lines ever, but it's not my favourite by any means. I think my favourite Thomas line is still the Tomy wind-up railway system because of just how awesome that system is and the massive range of characters and locations that it's got. Alright, so hopefully you've enjoyed looking at this little bit of Thomas and Friends eye candy. No, I'm not going to be getting the Warriors unless they come out in blind bags, just in case anyone asks. That 100 set does not appeal to me when I already have so many doubles, and like, this is how many I've already got. Let me know if you guys have any opinions and thoughts on the whole of the Thomas Minis, where you think you want them to go. I don't know, maybe some people like them not having track systems, and would you prefer to have Take and Play and Thomas Minis, the minis staying as they are, or would you prefer to have one or the other? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, that's it for me Thomas Mini-wise for 2015, although I do have a little special video planned, which was meant to be a Christmas video, but alas, didn't get finished in time for Christmas, so I've rewritten the script for that one so that it can be not Christmas themed. So there'll definitely be another video with minis coming soon that's a little bit different to what I normally do with these little toys. But that aside, this, once again, is all first 4 waves of the Thomas and Friends minis, plus the Christmas minis from the Advent Calendar, plus the Super Friends DC Hero minis. Right here on your screen now. Let me know your thoughts. Do those cool things to do on YouTube, like, subscribe, and like and comment, and show it to your friends, because all your friends definitely want to see me rambling on for about like 9 minutes. No, they really don't. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. That's all we've got time for. This is XtremeTrainz.